Welcome. Well, today we're going to play a little bit in something just nonsensical. This is called the Razzel-Dazzel Owls. And sometimes you want something just playful for a project, and it's nice to make these up again in advance with scraps and just have them there to play with when you want to. They're also great pockets for junk journals. What I do when I do a junk journal is I will cut the shape out of a heavier cardstock, and then when I finish the owl, I will put it on the cardstock, turn it over, and sew around the edges. That way it has a paper backing, so it's easy to glue into a junk journal. But if you just glue one side and the bottom, you've got a great pocket, or however you would want to do it. So you can adapt this to junk journals, art journals, and things like that. I'm thinking about an element for a slow stitch project. And of course, this is a pattern out of paper and makes it easy to cut some fabric. This is just a woven kind of like a home decor fabric that I had, and it just, laying around, so I just pulled it. No rhyme or reason. You can pull whatever you want to for the background. These polka dots make great eyes, so if you have some larger polka dot fabric, always keep a couple of those around, because I do like to make these a lot, and I make them from my Etsy shop when I have time to. So, but anyway, we're going to razzle-dazzle them. We're going to create just ritzy little owls out of scraps that we might have. Now, normally the first thing I do is I put something like a strip that's kind of reads like a solid along where I think my eyes will go. And that gets me oriented for anything else I want to do. Let's turn it over. Use that. There you go. As you can see, you could use either side of this. If we do it like that, we'll do one way and one another. Those go in the snippet box. Where did I put it? There it is. All right. Now, let's do a couple of eyes here. We need to be able to cut a little bit around it, so let's cut out. Remember, this perfectly imperfect. We don't do anything perfect. It's just perfect when we get through, because it's so cute. Okay, just cut you a couple of eyes out of these polka dots. Leaving a little of the solid around is what makes the eye pop for you, appear to be an eye. So there you go. Isn't he cool? I like him. Let's do him in our go ahead and cut it into snippet sizes and throw it in the snippet bucket. I am building another snippet bucket, so that's what it's going in. Okay, we'll put this aside. Now let's get a little of this brown. Let's see, where have I been cutting on it before? Here it is. Oops. Cut a piece off of that. And we'll cut a couple eyes out of this one. One's a little bit bigger. I think what I'm going to do, or at least to me it appears bigger, is I'm going to switch these, because actually I cut one of these owls a little bit bigger than the other one. And so I'm going to put the bigger eyes on that one. Okay, we got him and we got him. Let's put the rest of this in the snippet bucket. Okay, well, we have 2 eyes on here. I don't know about you, but I couldn't create without my tweezers. My fingers don't work as well as they used to. Okay, all right, there we go. Let's get this out of the way. Now, we want to make a glitzy, little ritzy girl here. Let's see what we can play with. This is when you start auditioning things that may or may not stay, but you just play with them like they are going to stay. And let's give her a little skirt. Okay, let's don't make them just alike. Let's make them different. So we have the skirt on there. Let's see what we could do with maybe this piece. That's kind of pretty all the way around. It's kind of pretty that way too. Kind of like that. Let's keep that one going. And as you notice, I let things stick over the sides, and that's perfectly all right. I can always bring them back in when I'm stitching if I want to do that, or I can let them hang over the sides. That's not going to hurt anything. I might shave it just a little and let it hang there. Okay, what else do we want here? See what else we've got to play with here. Oh, I like this piece of fabric. That would be pretty, especially bunched up. Let's see what we could do with that. We could bunch it, scrunch it. I think that would be cool. Let's get some pins so we can keep it in place. Let's bunch it and scrunch it. Well, you know what? I better get my eyes on there. I'll be knocking them cross-sided here. But that'd be all right too. Cross-sided beauties are okay. All right. Let's start in the middle. Just scrunch it up a little bit. And come down over here and scrunch it again. This is like playing, you know, when you were little and you got to go to the playground and sandbox and all that thing. It's just playing. That's all this is. Nothing serious about it for sure. Do we know what we're going to end up with? No. That's part of the process. Be free-spirited. Be open to whatever you create. Okay. I like him. I should say I like her. Let's angle that out just a little bit. And angle this one out just a little bit. Okay. Got a pretty little skirt on. And you got some frills and fluff. Okay. Now, I always like to put something up here. And first of all, I'm going to put a little bit of this eyelash yarn because it gives me the illusion of fuzzy feathers. Okay. Do that along there. But we want a little something cute for a little hat maybe. Let me poke around here, see what I can find. I have a little bit of glitz here. No, don't like that. Keep poking. You'll find something eventually. Oh, I'm thinking that looks pretty good. That would be glitzy, wouldn't it? Okay, let's take this much off. How do we want to put it here? We want to stay out there. You can, I think I'm going to have to cut this in half because it's just too much on its own. Oh, isn't that cute? Got a little hat. Okay. Every lady needs a hat, especially a Razzel-Dazzel lady. Okay, now we got this that we can do something else with. You know what? We might, that too much? Yeah, that's too much. Okay, we put our, let's secure this eyelash yarn just a little better. Okay, now what we need on here is a nose for this owl. And it does, let's see. Probably we got so much on there that just a plain nose would be better. Let's see if we can maybe just do one out of a piece of brown fabric. Okay, we got a nose. Okay, what else do we need here? We need something to make the eye come out more. What would that be? I have a little piece of ribbon here that has some little tiny circles. Let's cut a couple of those with a little bit of black on it. Aha. Here's a littler one. We'll cut with a bigger black background. This looks like this little lady's been out drinking all night with her eyes dilated different. Okay. All right, I'm thinking that this nose is okay, but it doesn't stand out well enough. So let's put it over here on this one. We need something a little more colorful. Okay, what can that be? Again, I'm scrummaging. Do you know what scrummaging is? Yeah, that's what it is, all right. You just keep scrummaging until you find something. I wonder if a white one would work. We'll just cut it and see. Why not? There you go. Why not? Okay. And that one I think is going to be too little. So we're going to put him back in a scrap bucket. Let's find something different for him. This is kind of wild color, but hey, we're being wild today, so let's cut him a bigger nose. Again, we are playing. That means nothing has to be correct. It just put it in, and if you like it, fine, and if you don't like it, fine, take it off. Let's move our eyes over a little bit. He has a green nose. I think that's all right. Green noses are good. I'm going to put, where's my pen for this one? There it is. I'm going to move this eye on top so that it doesn't get buried by the other stuff. We're going to tuck, where's this one? Okay. Finding pins after you've used them can be quite a task. Okay, let's put this one back over there. Let's put the hat thing under the eye. No, it looks better over the eye. Let's do it that way. Let's put that back in. When you get this stitch down, it looks so cool. Okay. There's one of our Razzel-Dazzel owls. And hadn't it been fun? Don't you have bits and pieces that you think would make a little lady owl happy? Okay. This one looks a little forlorn. You know, I got a little bit of, I think I will use it. I think she deserves it. We'll give her some of this beautiful bridal lace that I cut off of an old wedding gown. Oh, my goodness. My goodness. Isn't that gorgeous? She really is putting on the Ritz, isn't she? Going to cut this down a little bit. Just a little bit. There we go. Which way do we want this owl's nose to go? We'll let it go this way. Okay, we have, look at that. We have pearls and sequins. Oh, that's gorgeous. You know what? I believe we need, let me see here what we got to play with again. We need a little something to cap off the top of that blue lace. I've got a little piece of silvery stuff here. Let's try it. let's take our lace piece off. Let's put this one back. Move it back up where it belongs. Let's put our glitzy piece across to cap it off. Then let's put our bridal lace back on. Okay. Again. I think that's going to be very pretty, and when I stitch, I'll stitch with some of this coordinated color, and I think that will work. We'll see. All right, now I need a little hat. A little hat for them. Let's get us another little piece of fuzziness here. Put our fuzziness out there. Maybe bunch it up on one side, give it a little different look. Okay, that'll work. Okay, we need some prettiness over here. Let's see what I can come up with. Something that, do I have anything that coordinates? You know what, I'm going to put some of these strings up here with this too. Give us a little different look than the other one. Okay, I like that. Now, what do we have? We have some purple. No, I don't really like that. Let's see, unless I make it out of, let's see if I can make something out of this that would sit pretty there. Whoops. You know, I'm not liking that nose. Let's get it out of there. You ever put something in and it just keeps nagging at you? It's not quite what you want. Well, get rid of it. That's the best thing to do. What would be good there? Let me try this one. This is a piece of wired ribbon. And as you know, I keep my wires because what I do with them is I bead them up and use them somewhere. Okay, so don't throw away your little wires from your ribbon that you use. Just turn it around and throw it in a drawer. Okay, let's see if this makes a better nose. I want it to be different, but I don't want it to be, yes, that's better because it kind of helps us play in our black up here. Now, we need something. Here's some little pretty fabric that has little glitzy stuff on it. What I'm going to do with that is I think I'm going to make the center of the eye little circle. It doesn't have to be a perfect circle. This is going to be a blue-eyed owl. Remember, she's Razzel-Dazzel. She can be anything she wants. Okay, here we go. Let's put that one. Whoops. Get under there. Okay. We can see you now. Ooh, I like it. And you know what? That piece can be something in my hat. I I need a little piece of something besides that. Let's see, will this work? Little piece of yellow to coordinate. Scrunch this up some more. Scrunch it, scrunch it. Scrunch it, scrunch it. Okay. What do you think? Let's put it on there and see what happens. She will tell us if she doesn't like it. Oh, I think she likes it just fine. Okay, put that back in our tub. Put that back in our snippet thing. Oh, isn't she cute? You know what? Let me try one more thing here. Oh, perfect, perfect. She just needed a blossom. Let's pin a couple of things so we don't lose them. The nose, for instance, the eyes. Now when I stitch, I will also put a dark pupil in these eyes, which will dimensionalize them, make them more realistic. This one's hiding behind all the hair and fuzz, but that's good. That's the way life is, you know. We don't have perfect hair days. So, oh, this is, like I said, this is just too much fun. You could call it work, but it's not work. It's play. Okay. Like I said, I'm going to work in some colored thread when I sew this, which will tie this piece more into the other pieces. I just loving this like it is. I might do some brown thread in here and see how that turns out. But that's our Razzel-Dazzel owl. We made 2 of them. They are ready to stitch. What a fun stitching project. If you're like me, you kind of giggle through the whole process as you're doing it. And I talk to them just like I talk to you. You know, my little critters become real. And we have conversations while we get all dressed up. But what a fun little stitching project. It's also if you have a friend who likes to stitch too, or you stitch with sometimes, create one of these as a little gift and just give it to your friend and say, here, play with something funny, something happy. I will work some of this out of the eye when I stitch, just so we can see it better, but still, there she goes. Isn't she gorgeous? Both of them. I love them. Razzel-Dazzle owls. A beautiful, fun, kind of crazy slow stitch project. But I hope you'll try one. It's fun. Okay, till next time, you stay scrap happy. Bye-bye.